Ready now,
Batting
Leroy
third.
Brown. 3
The
hits
right
for
fielder.
him in that ball game on
Leroy
Wednesday.
Brown.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, this is the perfect guy to have on the mound. A veteran, not going to let the moment get too big for him. Completely understands what's being asked of him. They've been losing lately. That can't be denied. But this is the perfect guy, right spot.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown
The
away
left
by
fielder.
this guy, Dan. You wouldn't
Buddy.
know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
The 1-1. A pitch out. The throw. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that. So digging in now, Leroy
Leading
Brown.
off
He
for the
singled his
Orioles.
last time up.
The right
Yeah,
fielder.
guys, still the only hit in this
Leroy
game so far.
Brown.
They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
The 0-1 on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first. One away for the
number 8, Christian.
Now at the plate, Leroy Brown. He
Now
flew
batting.
out in his last
The
at-bat.
right fielder.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a
Leroy
base hit of some sort right here,
Brown.
Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
In to score is the runner from third. It's a 6-1 game.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead,
Stepping in, Leroy
Now batting.
Brown. He singled
The right
in 2
fielder.
trips to the plate thus
Leroy
far.
Brown.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Castellanos retreats to the track. And now at the plate, Leroy Brown.
Now
will
batting.
swing it from the left
right
side
fielder.
right here.
and this is
Leroy
the side of the plate this guy
Brown.
loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
First offering on its way. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
This is the tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Benedict stands at first with 1 out. Swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strike.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best
Fans,
of
our
teams.
final line score
The key
tonight.
is they didn't
First for
panic
the
or press.
victorious
They just came
Astros,
out here,
6 runs,
played their
11
game.
hits.
Saturday night baseball from at the plate, Leroy Brown watches fully in
Batting
effect
third.
these days as
The
he's
right fielder.
potentially closing in on
Leroy
a historic triple
Brown.
crown. He leads all 3 categories. Now a swing and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Strike. In for Houston.
Batting 8. The second baseman, number 44.
Now at the plate, Leroy
Now batting.
Brown. As the
The right
switch hitter
fielder.
will take his cuts
Leroy
left-handed here.
It really doesn't matter what side the plate of this guy bats from. He hits very well. He hits right-handed pitching very well, swinging left-handed and swinging from the right side against lefties. The numbers are quite the same. This guy flat out can hit from either side.
A ball and a strike now. Now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. In the air, down the line in left. Tucker on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Digging in for his second at bat. Kevin Kramer.
Number 44.
So striding in,
Leading
Leroy
off
Brown.
for the
He
Orioles,
flew out in his last at
the
bat.
right fielder.
Almost, Matty.
Leroy
Almost went deep his last
Brown.
AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Yeah, and that can't bother you so much.
Digging in,
Now batting,
Leroy
right
Brown.
fielder.
He singled his last
Leroy
time out.
Brown.
This is pulled into right. And he drops it. Around first, digging for two. And now he'll get into scoring position with two away.
Well, in his defense, he did have to go along. Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
Our final line
4-0
score
to score
tonight.
tonight.
First
The
for the
Baltimore
victorious
Orioles win their
4 runs
40th
on
game
6
in
hits.
front of the home
No
crowd
errors.
this
They
year.
left 7 men on base.
Sunday afternoon. In now, Leroy
Batting
Brown.
third.
First cuts for
The
him
right
here with
fielder.
bases open and two
Leroy
away.
Brown.
First offering on its way. Reaching at a curveball that time as he's able to poke it foul off to the left side. Strike one. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Row? This is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is. Now to the plate, Leroy
Now
Brown.
batting,
He'll
right
swing it
fielder.
from the left side
Leroy
right here.
And this is the side of
Brown.
the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Into the box now,
Up next for the
Leroy
Orioles,
Brown. As the
the
switch
right
hitter will
fielder,
take his cuts
Leroy
left-handed here.
Brown.
And this is taken outside for ball one.
1-0.
One ball, one strike, the count. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. That
No,
nibbled the
that's a
corner
ball.
there, but missed. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power, you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put it.
Stepping into the
batter,
box, Leroy
The
Brown.
right fielder.
And that last at bat
Leroy
when he went deep, he turned around a
Brown.
pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And he will not have time to recover it short. That's an infield single.
Up next, for
will
the
be the
Orioles,
cleanup hitter, Buddy.
the left fielder,
Buddy 0 for 3
Buddy.
with a couple of strikeouts
Buddy.
for him to this point in the ballgame. And there he goes towards second. Break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.
And the home crowd has really come to life here in the bottom of the 8th. They know as well as anybody that a 3-run lead this late in the game is awfully tough to overcome.
Digging in.
Now batting, number 44.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Baltimore Orioles led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Hunter Harvey earns win number 7 on the season. Jamison Tyon pitched well. Broadcasting live from Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
Play ball.
Riding in, Leroy Brown. Watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Laureano is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who do you have your eye?
Batting seventh, the right fielder.
Now in the box, Leroy Brown, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch, line drive to center field. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Here's Jurickson
leading off for Oakland, the second baseman, Jurickson.
Digging in once again, Leroy Brown comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Leroy Brown.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is line to left, and this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And the run is in to score from second. Ready for
batting. Shortstop.
Digging in the switch hitter, Leroy Brown. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a two-out single.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it.
Standing in.
The second baseman, Jurickson. Profile.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Leroy Brown. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit.
The runner scores from second, and they'll tag him out in the rundown. This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Oakland took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end.
First for the victorious Athletics. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 18 runners on.
Tuesday night baseball from Oriole Park here.
The third baseman.
So stepping in, Leroy Brown watches
Batting
fully
third.
in effect these days
The
as
right
he's
fielder.
potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
It's really hard to put together one of those monumental seasons. This guy's got a shot at the Triple Crown, hitting well over 300 in his last 10 games.
And Dan Vero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight, got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Hey, they come into game 2 of this series riding high. A huge 1-run victory yesterday. Able to do the little things to put them over the top. Hopefully that leads to some momentum in game 2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single.
Leading off for Oakland. The right fielder.
At the plate, Leroy Brown. He reached on
Now
a single
batting,
in his first
right
try.
fielder, Leroy Brown.
Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. You can kiss it goodbye.
Well, you can see how pure his swing is, and that's why he's able to hit an incredible 60 home runs.
Ready now for Baltimore. Leroy Brown already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul for strike 2. High in the air out to center field. Davis has a beat on it. 1 out. Ready for another. Leroy Brown will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game.
Right fielder.
This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Stepping up now, Leroy Brown. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First delivery to him on the way. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
Now the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
And he'll be back in standing up. The 0-2 once more. Misses. That's ball 1.
2 strikes.
Allen gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Rips this one to first. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, talk about it.
Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home in this one.
First for the victorious Orioles.
Just a great all-around performance from him at the plate.
1 error.
As the
they
stats
left 18
indicate,
runners
ended up
on
with
base.
4 hits, including a home run.
Afternoon baseball from one of the best ballparks around. Coming to the plate now, Leroy Brown.
Batting third.
Watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get foul. Slapped hard the opposite way. Pinder back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Into the box, Leroy Brown.
Right
0 for 1 here in the early going.
Leroy Brown.
He's set. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the runner will score from second. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
Yeah, when that left his bat, I thought it was out of here for a 3-run shot. But to his credit, he didn't hesitate or break into that home run shot. He busted it out of the box and was thinking triple all the way. Well done.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4. Digging in, Francisco Mejia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Mejia.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Moncada gloves it. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that. Now with
leading off for the Athletics.
So striding forward now,
leading
Leroy
off
Brown
for the Orioles.
Looking to add on to his
fielder.
2 RBI game from earlier. Hit
Brown.
to third. Throw to first is in time for the first down. In now for the O's, Leroy Brown. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Brown.
He's set and the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. Get on a nice hot.
Digging in and looking for more, Leroy Brown.
Right fielder.
He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Roberts leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is a 1-run game this afternoon. 3-2 the final finish. Baltimore led this game from the third. We are inside and under the roof.
Play ball.
So coming to the plate, Leroy Brown
Batting
watches
third.
fully in
The
effect
right
these
fielder.
days as he's potentially
Leroy
closing in on a
Brown.
historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories.
Winning the triple.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. That was not a good pitch, but he handled it nicely, guys.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this
The left
guy.
fielder.
That pitch was
Buddy.
off the plate, but he
Buddy.
showed great reach, gets good extension.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gone!
Wow, not every call is going to go your way, and there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers.
Stepping in,
Batting fifth.
trying to pick things up where
Up
we
next
left
for the
off.
Orioles.
Leroy Brown.
The right
He'll
fielder.
try to follow up the
Leroy
double in his last at-bat with
Brown.
another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So as we check it out one more time, remember that for years, 61 was the number to beat, and he's tied it right here. Next to bat for
Up next for
Toronto.
the Blue Jays.
Stepping in and ready for another shot.
Now
Leroy
batting,
Brown.
right fielder.
Already a home run and a
Leroy
double for him in this one.
Brown.
The last at bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Hit hard on the ground to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one.
Coming to the plate
Up
now,
next for the
Leroy
Orioles.
Brown. And we'll
The right
see if he can
fielder.
get something into the gap
Leroy
to make it interesting. He's had a
Brown.
great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. On to second for the
Out.
force out, and the side is retired. Standing in, Leroy
batting,
Brown.
right
He'll look to
fielder.
keep it going 3
Leroy
for 4 so far in the ball game.
Brown.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Coming to the plate.
Leading off for the Jays.
11-2 is the way this ball game ends. The Orioles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles, 11 runs on 14.
And a welcome inside the home. Into the box now, Leroy Brown
Batting
watches
third.
fully in
The
effect
right
these
fielder.
days as he's potentially
Leroy
closing in on a
Brown.
historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories, and it's fouled away. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to Matt before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like he said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Ramirez, base runner at first with 1 out. Ripped toward the gap in right. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. And he's back into second here safely.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants
Batting
double digits.
Oh, there's no
The left
question about it.
fielder.
Listen, anybody
Buddy.
can get a 9-game
Buddy.
hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. At the
That's
plate,
big.
Francisco
The catcher, Francisco Mejia.
digging in, Leroy
Now batting.
Brown. He'll try
The
to
right
follow
fielder.
up the double in his
Leroy
last at-bat with another big hit
Brown.
right here. Line drive to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he now
The right fielder, number 30.
Stepping into the box, Leroy Brown. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Leroy.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Brock comes up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. And now settling in now, Leroy Brown. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
No, that's down.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Ramirez aboard here at first with nobody out. Popped up. Brock calls for it. Looks at it. Striding into the box, Leroy Brown. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Leroy Brown.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you... 12-2, the final score in this ball game. The Baltimore Orioles brought the bats in this one with 18 total hits.
3 hours and 41 minutes.
We are north of the border in Toronto, and the coming to the plate now, Leroy Brown.
Third.
He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Leroy Brown.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And Dan, D-Row, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty V, it hasn't been a very good homestand. And D-Row, through the first 5 games of this set, 1 and 4, that's not going to get it done at this level.
Yeah, and have lost in a variety.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. You can kiss it goodbye.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean,
Play ball. Leading up for Toronto.
Ready to take his hacks again, Leroy Brown.
Right
as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Brock ranging into the outfield. He's got it, and they get out of the... Digging in to try it again, Leroy Brown. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Marino giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Riding in
the batter.
Leroy Brown will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put it.
Now batting, catcher. Now batting, the right fielder.
Here comes the first pitch.
Leroy Brown.
This one skied out toward right. Alford's under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 41.
8-3 is today's final. The Baltimore Orioles, with their
Our
80th
final
win
line
to
score
pace
this
the
afternoon.
division.
First for the victorious Orioles, 8 runs.
It's time for baseball on MLB. Coming to the plate now, Leroy Brown. Watch is
Batting
fully
third,
in effect these
the right
days as
fielder.
he's potentially
Leroy
closing in on a historic
Brown.
triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. So a runner at first with 2
Batting
away.
fourth.
And that'll bring in the catcher, Francisco Mejia. He's running.
Hey, Dan.
Break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter.
The batter, the right fielder,
Now the pitch.
Leroy Brown.
Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
So 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. Here it comes. Line to the right side. Alford will get there, and he puts it away to set to get hit.
Leading off for the Jays, the center fielder, Leo. Leading off for the Orioles,
First pitch
right fielder.
on its way.
Leroy
Way off balance
Brown.
hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this league.
Line drive to center field. Estrella has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. So a run.
The right
First
fielder,
out.
number 30, Anthony Alford. Your attention, please.
So a big moment here, and standing
Now
in, Leroy
right fielder.
Brown. And he does
Leroy
so representing the possible
Brown.
go-ahead run. From the stretch. Line toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. The baseball's a game of streaks and runs.
Now batting, the first baseman,
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Baltimore.
Late in the season and way up in the race, a team is reminded not to take its eye off the ball.
Tuesday night baseball.
Play ball.
Coming to the plate now, Leroy Brown.
Batting third.
First chance for him
The
here
right
in the
fielder.
top of the first with nobody on.
Leroy Brown.
First
1-0.
pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here.
Now batting, the right fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Leroy Brown.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Third inning, no score to this point. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and that'll
Leading now batting, the right fielder. Leroy Brown.
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Ramirez is up with it. Throw on to Austin takes care of him, and the inning is up. Next
Leading off for the White Sox.
Leading off the inning, Leroy Brown.
Leading off the
And they'll need him to get something
right
going
fielder.
here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Line shot to first, and there's one away. Here's the center.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Chicago White Sox led this game from the third
Here
inning
now
on
is
and
our
never
final
wavered.
line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 5 runs.
He's got ready now, Leroy
Batting
Brown.
third.
First chance
The
for
right
him here in
fielder.
the top of the first with
Leroy
nobody on.
Brown.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too
Batting fourth, the left fielder,
So now
Buddy.
it'll be the 4-hole
Buddy.
hitter. Buddy. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Runners on the move for second. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. And that'll bring up
Batting fifth.
stepping in, Leroy Brown.
Leading
He
off for
reached
the
on a
Orioles.
single in his first try.
The right fielder.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows
Leroy.
he's been slumping. Dan, you can
Brown.
certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff.
Now
Play
batting.
ball. Now at the plate, Leroy Brown.
Now
He
batting.
singled his
Right
last
fielder.
time up.
Yeah, they take
Leroy
another single right here. That
Brown.
third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
3 runs already home here. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 330 sign near the bullpen. On to second, but he's in safely as a run also comes in to score, making it a...
Leading up for the White Sox, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Stepping in, Leroy
Now
Brown.
batting.
He's got
The
3
right
hits,
fielder.
including a double to this
Leroy
point.
Brown.
High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now at the plate,
Now
Leroy
batting.
Brown. He
The right
flew
fielder.
out in his last at bat.
Leroy
Almost, Matty. Almost
Brown.
went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
He pulls this one into right, and that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The pitcher went to the wall.
A close one, 9-8 at the end of the game in this one. The O's host.
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
A great start to the...
Play ball.
So digging in now, Leroy
Batting
Brown,
third.
hoping to stay
The
hot
right
as he
fielder.
came through with a
Leroy
4-hit contest yesterday
Brown.
afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air out to left. Calhoun is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Anybody catch it? Next
batting eighth, the third baseman.
Now at the plate, Leroy
Now
Brown.
batting.
He flew out
right
in his
fielder.
last at-bat.
Leroy Brown.
Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup.
The
Stepping
batting
in.
number 27.
Leading off the inning, Leroy Brown.
off the
And they'll need him to get
The right
something
fielder.
going here.
It doesn't
Leroy
look very promising so far in
Brown.
this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
So striding in,
Now
Leroy
back.
Brown.
Right fielder.
Runner in scoring position
Leroy
with 2 gone.
Brown.
First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Leaps and makes a terrific catch, and with that, 8-2 tonight's final. The Yanks led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Lance from 100. Digging in, Leroy Brown.
Batting
He'll
third.
swing it from the left
right
side
fielder.
right here.
And this is
Leroy
the side of the plate this guy
Brown.
loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Now here's a check swing. Did he go around is the question, and yes he did, says the man in blue. Strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Here it comes. 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Gonna be a tough play. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore. Here's Corey C.
Batting third. The shortstop.
At the plate, Leroy Brown.
Now batting.
All
right
over the
fielder.
place. 2 on, 2
Leroy
out, and of course, here in
Brown.
inning number 2. First delivery to him on the way. Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win.
And the center fielder is under it to make a catch. And next.
Batting 7. The catcher. Victor Garrett.
Now to the plate, Leroy Brown.
Leading
He's
off
for
for the
2
Orioles.
thus far in this one.
The right
One of the
fielder.
keys to securing a
Leroy
win. They want to keep
Brown.
Swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit softly down the line at first. Bowers fields it cleanly. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. In now, Leroy Brown.
Now
He got
batting.
on top of
Right
one. It was
fielder.
a ground out victim
Leroy.
last time.
Yeah, I
Wow.
understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up. Manning is calling for it, and they'll avoid the big end. Next up,
now batting.
Stepping into the box, Leroy
Up next
Brown.
for the Orioles.
2 outs and 2 runners
The right
aboard
fielder.
here in the 7th inning.
Leroy Brown.
From the belt, the pitch. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 7-3 ball game. Into the box now, Leroy Brown.
Now batting.
As the switch
The
hitter
right
will
fielder.
take his cuts left-handed
Leroy
here.
Really doesn't matter what.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Campillo back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Digging in now.
The batter, the first base.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. Baltimore swung the bats well with 16 hits. Afternoon baseball. Now in the box, Leroy Brown. Watch
Batting
is
third.
fully in effect
The
these
right
days
fielder.
as he's potentially
Leroy
closing in on a historic
Brown.
triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. It dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here.
And